back to the Upstart Zone at Digital DNA. My name's Alistair Cameron. I'm joined by Colm from Giyst. Colm, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're going to have to start off by explaining what Giyst is.
Sure. So Giyst is a video summarization platform. So our focus is to take long-form content and using our tech, summarize it down and make it more accessible. So we kind of focus on three core things. It is helping drive content discovery, helping drive content engagement, and also making content, repurposing content at speed and scale.
How do you do that? Like, obviously, from a technical perspective, how are you pulling content into a short form?
Sure. So we'll ingest a video file into our platform, we'll transcribe that, and then we've got a couple of patent pending pieces of technology. One is how we do our paragraphs, the other is around the area of a scoring mechanism for coherence on the content. And then we'll basically extract the key points based on our algorithm, and we'll cut that into an output video. So for example, if you take a 30-minute keynote from one of the panels here, we can take that, ingest it in, give you a 10%, 20% and some social media ready clips, post talk, and we can turn that around in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so it's both for the content producer but also the person that wants to watch bite-sized content.
Absolutely. So from the point of view, it's about trying to drive that engagement, because we all suffer from content overload right now. So if you've got an event like this and 2 weeks later you're getting the content from that event, likelihood is that you've moved on to something else because of the nature of the world that we live in. So very much what we're trying to do here is we're trying to drive that engagement and drive a deeper level of understanding of kind of what people are talking about and how the content is used to build relationships.
And what's the biggest challenge you've had so far as a business, do you think? Like, what's the one thing that maybe has been a stumbling block for you or you've learned from?
Yeah, I think, I suppose initially, there's a few different things, I guess. Very early on was the building of the tech and getting that right and understanding and getting the platform right. And then we kind of reach that and you move on to your next level of development in your journey, and it's around funding. And then you survive and you you start bringing some customers on board, and you start giving people who are in that funding community the confidence that you've got a product that people are willing to pay for. So then it's now, I suppose, we're at that stage where we're getting the correct amount of funding for it to allow us to scale.
Yeah.
So it's never one problem. Your problems kind of always evolve. You solve it and you move on to the next one.
Yeah. Where are you at in terms of that investment journey at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So we are originated, we're a spin out from University College Dublin. So we have taken an initial kind of pre-seed investment from Enterprise Ireland, and we're continuing then to build up relationships, and we have a number of commits from private investors that we're going to take forward over the next kind of 3 to 4 months. That will allow us to close our seed round, give us a runway in the region of 24 months or so, bring in on board a whole pile of customers, and then start looking potentially at the future of a Series A.
It's good as well that you're talking about investment, because it has been a bit of a sticky time for certainly seed level investments as well, or maybe obviously once you get that seed level, being able to keep that runway going obviously until the next investment comes in. So how have you found the process?
Yeah, look, it's a tricky climate for funding right now. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. So I guess what we're trying to do is we're trying to give investors confidence that we've got the right team, we've got a product, we've got a market fit, and that will allow us to get a certain amount of investment. That investment then, as we've kind of started to coin the phrase, it almost becomes a customer generating revenue is what you're using to build that business, you know? Yeah. So that in itself has a knock-on effect, because you get customers, you get revenues. Those doors and those conversations become much easier to kind of have with investors. So that's kind of where our focus is.
I think if investors, they've naturally become a little bit more risk averse, and like you say, having a bit of attraction, housing some customers, paying customers especially, that's kind of the magic point at the moment.
It has to be, because I think there's a lot of investors out there who've invested on various, I guess, theoretical scenarios, maybe even a PowerPoint, and then it becomes the challenge of actually the reality of building that and the challenges that come with that. I think where we have built something, we have people using it, we've got that traction, so what we're hoping for is that continues to allow us to grow and then bring in that kind of further investment behind it.
So tell us a little bit more about the team.
So we are a team of 4, myself and my co-founder. We've got roughly about 40 years experience on a sales and marketing perspective. And we've come to hundreds of these events over the years, always saw good content, and you come away going, I'd like that. You get it sent to you 2-3 weeks later, you've either moved on or you're getting something that's 1 hour or 2 hours long and you're kind of not going to engage with it. That's kind of where the kind of idea and where we kind of come from. And then we've also got a software engineer and a data scientist who help us build the platform and are continuing to tweak and develop and enhance it.
You talk about that experience you've got, which is really invaluable as well, but like coming to Belfast, like how have you found the tech sector here? Like obviously, what about the ecosystem itself? How's that been?
Brilliant. It's a fantastic community here. And what I've noticed, and I've commented once or twice already today, is very welcoming. People are very engaged, they're willing to help you, willing to make you introductions, and even just from the perspective of fundraising, people are very open. They're coming up, they'll say, yeah, I invest, tell me a little bit about you, about what you're doing. So what I found was it was a very easy community to get ingrained in and meet people.
Great stuff. Well, this has been a bit of a getting the gist of what your business is about as well. So love what you're doing by the sounds of it as well. It sounds like a great product. So I'm looking forward to seeing more about it as well.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Great stuff. We'll be back with more chats in the Upstart Startup Zone at Digital DNA very soon.